music, sports, commercials, anything you can think of. That's right. This is Squiddy's Most Extraordinary Adventures.
Now in 4K and HD. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Squiddy's Extraordinary Adventures. I'm your host, the one and only Squiddy. That's me. So I was at the Anaheim Convention Center in LA for the Anaheim Rotary Arts and Games show this weekend, where I basically nerded out for a solid 2 days. But what really caught my attention was the event that was happening next door. Wait for it, a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament.
It's time to do.
That's right, there were literally over 2,000 people next door in this giant convention hall, filling up like every nook and cranny to sign up for this tournament. Like, why were these people so interested? I don't know, all I see is like these weird monsters who cast magic spells and fight each other. And that's pretty much what Yu-Gi-Oh is, for those of you that don't know. It's basically like this game of Dungeons and Dragons or Pokemon that are serialized in these hockey-like cards that you can collect and also trade and battle and duke it out with each other. And it actually started out as a television show, a cartoon on TV in Japan in the late 1990s, and then it was released in North America in the early 2000s, so it really caught on to the hype real fast. And since it's been released, it's been so popular that there's been a string of merchandise and franchising that has prompted the card game itself to become best-selling card game in the Guinness Book of World Records in the past few years. That's right, in the entire world, it's a best-selling trading card game, even over hockey cards, over baseball cards, over any sort of Pokemon cards or whatever collectible in the form of cards.
Oh my god.
So this is one of those tournaments that's called a Yu-Gi-Oh! Championship Series, which is these big Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournaments that happen bi-monthly around the world, and this one so happened to be in Anaheim in LA on this particular weekend. So that's why these people were traveling around. There are actually people who travel around to these Yu-Gi-Oh! Circuits. All of these tournaments, they have their own sponsors who are people that pay them to show up and wear their brand name merchandise or whatever. Just like if it was in like a sports or on a sports team, and they actually have these teams. And by doing well with these tournaments, you win some big prizes, including electronics or like prize cards that are worth thousands of dollars. So naturally, there's a lot of hype. So I did a quick survey. I asked around, why do people like this game? What's so special about Yu-Gi-Oh? What are the circumstances that got them into this game?
Hello guys, my name is Hao Chan from China.
My name is Hong Yi from Taiwan.
I love Yu-Gi-Oh because I love play cards and I enjoy the combos between cards a lot.
I just came back because of my friend, because my friend asked me to come back and I feel a little fun of it. I'm going to try it more.
High school. I played in high school. Wait, what the hell is this?
You said what? You said what?
Damn.
You said, do I like Yu-Gi-Oh?
Now, the first thing that I saw when I stepped into this giant convention hall later in the day is that there weren't any kids in this room. There were barely any kids with their parents or whatever that you would suspect just by looking at the card game, because it looks like a cartoon thing that's really for kids, right? But the fact is, in this room, there were literally people that were in college, who were graduated, who had jobs, who were working in the real world. Most of the people were my age. These people were really old. These people were literally waiting in line for over 5 hours because there were so many people just waiting to register. And I later learned that there were people that flew around the globe just to come to this. There were people from Europe. There were people who drove for over 10 hours just from the East Coast just to come and play Yu-Gi-Oh! So, naturally, I got really interested. I wanted to do some research and investigating. Now, because this game's so popular, just like any other hobby or collectible, the cards are actually worth insane amounts of money. To play the card game, you actually need these popular cards that are very rare and hard to get. Some cards range from, tens to hundreds to even thousands of dollars. So naturally, that means that there's a secondary market associated with the game. The more popular cards are, the more scarce they are to get, the more expensive they are on sites like eBay and, online. How are these people spending tens of thousands of dollars on cardboard that, hello, they're literally pieces of paper that you can print out in your home. So I actually sat down with Lars, who traveled all the way from Germany just to come here and trade and buy and sell cards. He actually does this full time.
Hello, everybody. I'm here with
Lars from Germany. Hi, nice to meet you.
And he is a Yu-Gi-Oh player / Yu-Gi-Oh vendor. He travels to a bunch of events and collects different cards, and he has a variety of collection of cards, and he also makes some great money from playing Yu-Gi-Oh and enjoying it as a hobby. So I want to ask, how did you get into Yu-Gi-Oh?
Pretty much, I saw these animes like in the noon coming home from school, and then was just wondering what it is, what they're playing there, and then that I ended up buying a structure deck. That's something like you can pretty much start off. It's a $10 thingy that you can buy off in stores, and then just straight up play. And this is how I got into it. Then I went into my locals and made some mutual friends, and yeah, this is the way it worked pretty much.
Wow, that's really amazing. So right now, that has basically expanded into an opportunity where you can travel across the world into a different country and just enjoy Yu-Gi-Oh! While also making a business from it. You said that it was your full-time occupation as well right now. And so you basically, I guess, just deal with Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards, right? And
yeah, I deal with Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards and Magic, so pretty much the biggest TCGs in the world, because they sell all over the world. And yeah, like you said, it was the only thing that I was self-employed and being able to travel all over the world and, being able to enjoy my hobby and combine it with kind of work. And now it pretty much worked out for me, and now I'm in it, and I'm not going to, get out until whatever happens to me.
Now, because the game does get so very competitive, because, people are flying around the globe, they're spending money, people want to win. So also they have these referees who they call judges that monitor every game and give out rulings about cards and answer questions and basically handle any disputes.
Hi, I'm Jerry. Oh, you asshole, you're recording this?
All right. So how long have you been in the game? Like, what got you started?
Well, I remember being in middle school and I saw some people playing in the library. I was a hockey referee back in the day, and I've always been involved with being the middleman in certain situations. I was always the third wheel in the relationship. So one day I said, fuck it, why not? I'll become a judge.
Wow. What are some of the issues that you'd have to deal with while judging?
Well, people are spending thousands of dollars on the game, so naturally emotions and tensions can get high up into the tournament. I've seen people cry, I've seen people fight, I've seen people flip tables. It's all very real.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a tough job.
Yeah, I can tell. I mean, what else do you do in your free time?
Oh, I sing.
That's awesome.
Hands in the air, nobody needs to get her. She is my radiant gold, and we're going all the way, all the way.
Right,
Close up
right.
the safe, it's time that we disappear. We'll tell your friends we got lost. Let's make our getaway now. Let's make our getaway
All right,
now.
awesome.
Let's make our
really great voice.
getaway. Hand on my heart, I led a full life of crime, but I would give it all back for
right.
you. I'd find a way, leaving behind. Tonight we're Bonnie and Clyde. We'll take our chance on the run. Let's make our getaway now. Ah, 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 ah. Ah, ah, ah,
Just back away slowly. That's all we have time for this week. Don't forget to tune in next week on Squiddy's Excellent Adventures, where we'll be taking a look at potatoes and how to make soup when your wife is pissed off and doesn't want to cook for you.
Okay, let's hear it. I want to hear this. I want to hear myself.